I'd like to take a second to just share with you about one of the pastors that I work with who has been really, really helpful to us. Pastor Tukiko Omosso in Bunda, Tanzania. I got connected with him actually not as a result of any particular training I was doing. Believe this or not, and this is true, I saw a want ad in a Christian organization looking for someone who could teach theology of worship. I thought, well, I can do that. I was already scheduled to go to Rwanda, and this was in Tanzania, which is kind of right next door. So I said, oh, okay. And sure enough, the organization said, yeah, we'd like you to come. So I went and I taught that, and Pastor Tukiko and I just really connected. He has 4 adult children, a little bit younger than mine, but pretty close. And he is the pastor of this church. He's also a teacher in the school and also an administrator in the school. He's a really smart guy. His English is good, and he is the pastor of this church that is growing. Growing is the wrong word. Exploding is a much better word. There is so much energy. It's the Free Pentecostal Church of Tanzania, and their services are very energetic. They're a lot of fun. Well, Tukiko has recognized the need to train pastors in his area. He recognizes that he has had a wonderful privilege to receive a good education and feels comfortable in the scriptures. But he recognizes that many of the pastors, particularly in the outlying areas, have never had any formal training at all. And so he said, Pastor Tom, can you come and do Timothy leadership training in our church? And I will gather pastors from all around to come, and because they need training. Well, sure enough, he did. And at our first training session, we were expecting, 60, which is a big number for Timothy leadership training. There were over 100 pastors who came. And I'm telling you, it was like a sponge. They just soaked it up and soaked it up. And it has been fantastic. Well, since then, we have done 2 more courses, and it is through Pastor Tukiko that we have become connected with these other cities, and the word continues to spread about how these trainings can benefit the pastors in their areas. In fact, it was his wife, Stella, who organized that group of women who go out and minister every week to a pastor and their family in some other part of their large district there. So they've taken it to heart, and they're doing the ministry. And I got to tell you, it is so fun to be there, to share in that energy and in that excitement. And you get to meet all these people, and they become friends. And you get to hear their stories about what's going on in their churches and what conditions are like. And they've got no money at all in some of these places. And yet, who cares? The church is not the building. The church is the people. And God is working. And that's what's important. So I tell you, to be connected with this is really fun. Please pray for Pastor Tukiko, because not only is he doing the work in his city of Bunda, which has 250,000 people in the district. But there are all these other cities now where we're doing training, and the training is not only spreading throughout Tanzania, but it's spreading to countries that adjoin Tanzania as well. It's very exciting, and I'm so blessed to know Tukiko and to be involved in his ministry.